real quick. This video, not edited, no time. Probably wouldn't do it anyway. However, I just want to get this information out to you as soon as possible. So here's the levels and all the information for the most part about SoFi, as far as where we are, where we might be going, and how I'm looking at it. All right, take care. All right, so I just didn't want to sit back and let everybody get absolutely smoked or get scared here, okay? I'm working, but I looked at the stock market real quick and just figured I could take a couple minutes and just give you guys some insight. So we're looking at SoFi right now. As you guys know, or you may know, I've been dollar cost averaging into SoFi for the 401k play to take my family to Disney, right? And that's looking pretty good. SoFi is now at $9. Now, before we got to this point, I let everybody know that we were in a symmetrical triangle and that we were likely going to approach the end of this and get into a breakout zone. Well, right now, we're in that breakout zone. Now, what happened is that we had earnings. We rode this wave all the way up, okay? That was a huge move. I think it was like a 500% gain plus on an option. So that was dope, right? Then we pulled back. I told everybody about this pullback and we rode the wave down. At this point, I told everybody at 7:48, before I even showed a lot of this, actually I did show all of this. I showed you that it was going to bounce here, and it did exactly that. I didn't move any of my levels. So I bounced here. Once I got confirmation above 7:48, I hopped into calls again and rolled it up to $8, got out, and I kind of repeated the cycle. Once I got to a, I think this was the earnings, if I'm not mistaken. But once we got to 7:48 here, I started to dollar cost average into call options again. And here we are, right? So anyway, so we broke up and now we're above this 863 level. And my goal is that if we were able to close yesterday or any time above 863, then we were likely going to be on a rocket. Well, we are approaching the top of this descending line of resistance here within this symmetrical triangle. We very well could hit this wall at 930 before we see retracement. Now, this retracement is very important. Especially being in this breakout zone that I drew up for you here. So it's important because if we retrace, which I expect for us to do, we should hopefully find support here at the 863, right? And then bounce up from there. So it will look, in the perfect world, we're going here. Oop, let's just bounce that back. Here, 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 and then up. Or we could suspect here and then a move, okay? That's best case scenario. Well, technically best case scenario is if we just bypass it altogether and just shoot up past this. We have 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Typically, the market acts in thirds. So it looks like we're at the end of this. That's why I drew the breakout zone. So hopefully we just ignore this descending line of resistance and then we just take it from here and shoot up. Okay. Will that happen? No idea. But I do know that I am within the confines of this symmetrical triangle, which is a neutral position that technically is bullish because we're coming from a bullish move up, okay? So that bullish move up is here. Bullish move up, we never retested that, right? So we're in this symmetrical pattern, which should see a continuation to the upside. I do not foresee SoFi coming back down below $7, okay? That being said, be cautious, okay? Don't be afraid to take profit. It's okay to re-enter positions. I am still holding my SoFi Leap options right now, but I do have a trailing stop on those positions. So I'm in the money. I'm happy about it. It is what it is. If what happens, what I think is going to happen, and we actually do the pullback here, and let's get rid of, when we do this pullback, no, undo, there we go, back to the pin. So if we do this pullback, if I see confirmation here, then I'm probably going to enter in another leap call option personally, and then ride that wave up. I do think that, let's get out of this. How do I get out of, okay, here we go. I do think that SOFI will run up to 1421. Okay, just my opinion. So after this breakout, I will show you how I see the charts. Let's go here. Bear with me. I'm working with a new stylus and I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, so yes, so $14. Okay, and then from $14, I see us going to $17.89. So where does that put us? So what does that look like here? $17.89. Look at this. Perfect. You see that? It's a nice little wall. You got, come on. You got resistance, resistance, right? Resistance. Okay. Then here you see supports. Supports, right? Oops. Let's go here. Turn off my pan. Go further. And here, here, here. So you see that, right? Even at 1421, resistance, right? It's kind of a consolidation area, but if we get above that, looks like we have a little bit of upside. But before that, we're gonna definitely see a little resistance before we see a continuation. But so from for 1033, if we break above that, right, we head to 1421, right? And then from 1421, probably gonna live there for a little bit, bounce around between that area and what's this here? Yeah, probably between 12 and 1421. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe 13 and 14. Okay, and then after we exceed 1421, we're likely to head to 18, and from 18, we're back up to the $24 range. Okay, so that won't happen overnight, but a couple things about SOFI. One, we're over 17% short interest. Two, there's over 3 days to cover for the shorts. That is the perfect recipe for a potential short squeeze, right? The longer the amount of days to cover, the higher that they pay in interest, okay? And with that, combined with the company's fundamentals and them showing profitability, the shorts pretty much are in a position where they may not have a choice but to cover, especially when you have Vanguard and BankRock and Cathie Woods and all of these people loading up on SOFI. They can't keep the stock down if it's profitable, especially when you compare it to its peers. It's far exceeding performance for like Bank of America and Citibank and things of that nature. So do your own research. This is where I see it going right now. We are, let's see, before I close this down, where are we right now? We're at 902 still. Let's just zoom in on the day. Obviously, we're inside of my area, my breakout zone. Okay. And it looks like we're pretty darn bullish. Right now, you see it's riding that 5-day MA, right? So that's a very, very strong signal for a continuation to the upside. I don't see any loss of momentum. Okay. All right. That's it. Any questions? Let me know. Hit me in the comments. That's it. All right. Out.